Hello there. How's everyone doing? So, as many of you know, I am Lord Umbra. I am an exiled intelligence advisor, which means I'm a spy. And I'm not working for the Empire anymore. So, luckily today, Dune works. Yesterday there were some problems, there were some errors. It wasn't just for me, it was for many people who were trying to play the game and, oh, I'm running out of water. Let's go to the base. So yeah, many people were having an issue with this game yesterday. I believe they're updating the servers. I'm not getting an error right now. If we do, by any chance, pardon me, if we do by any chance get an error today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go to rivals because it's always the best. It's the easy thing to do, right? Let me just double check to make sure everything is running as expected. So yes on YouTube. YouTube is running as expected, and so is Twitch. Alrighty, so let me talk about a few things first. One, introductions are all the way. You know who I am. Two, I put up a short yesterday. Little story first. The short was put up. Oh, right. Let me get some water too. There we go. So we're not gonna be dehydrated. So I wanted to put the short out on Wednesday, but I was foolish and I accidentally put out the short without the hashtags. So I put it out yesterday at noon, and it's doing pretty well. You know, for someone who is a small VTuber, it's doing pretty good. You know, 1,700. And so, you know, be sure, if you're listening, go take a look at the short. It's on YouTube, and it's a funny clip. So far, everyone's enjoyed it. And yeah, so that's the first thing I wanted to talk about was go watch the short, right? And if you want to, go watch a few more. And if you really want to help me out, take them and share them with your friends. And remember to leave a like. So, and then the next thing I want to talk about is tomorrow's stream. Tomorrow we're going to be playing Dune again. It's going to be at 3 p.m. EST. So long as nothing again goes wrong with the servers, which this one is a private server of a friend. So long as there's no issue with the server, we'll be playing, and we'll see what we're doing today. I have to come up with a title still for tomorrow, or what the plans are going to be. But we will definitely be playing Doom tomorrow. Doom. I keep thinking Doom. Dune tomorrow. And if anything happens, just like I mentioned earlier, we're going to switch over from Dune to probably Marvel Rivals or Power World, which are my safe replacements. And we will talk about maybe some game development, game industry, gaming general news that came out this week. But today, I want to talk about something special. I want to talk about something that caught my eye yesterday, and maybe some of you know what I'm talking about. If you're into the VTuber news, if you're into VTuber drama, you probably caught wind of somebody having a conversation leaked. Now, for the sake of keeping myself safe, I'm not going to talk about who it is. I can't, because I don't want them taking this thing down, this stream down, when they've already taken one of the YouTube videos. Yeah. I don't know if it was them. I don't know if it was a company they work for, but... Excuse me? Just need a sip of water. But just because I want to cover myself, I'm not going to mention who they are by name. But we will read the apology that they made, because it's really the apology that caught my attention. You know, VTuber drama, it happens. I've told this to other people, but VTubers are idols, primarily. And you're going to have drama that happens, because at the heart of it, it's celebrity. Not that individuals are themselves celebrities. Some are big, some are small, medium-sized, whatever. It is the concept of celebrity, of having status, of being popular. And you see this across other forms of entertainment as well. If you go to music, there's celebrity, there's drama. If you go to movies, there's celebrity, there's drama. Even the niche stuff. even if you go to a place where there's people are singing a more unpopular form of music, you will have celebrity, you'll have drama in the subculture, right? So that VTubers have drama is not a surprise to me. And it's always interesting to see how the drama unfolds. It's interesting to see the behavior of not only the individual engaged in the drama or individuals engaged in the drama, but it's also interesting to see how the public react to the drama, the fans react to it, the people who aren't fans react to it, right? So long as that reaction is, of course, reasonable, because you will always get those who are going to be a little unreasonable for the lulz. So, I think it's interesting to look at when a VTuber decides to apologize, especially when the drama itself and the apology are so far apart from one another. It begs the question, what were you thinking? Have you... Let's put some blood in here. Have you ever been outside at all in your life? Or is this your first time? Right? Is this your first time socializing? So the first thing I think we're going to do is we're going to try to just set ourselves in here. We're going to settle down, just kind of be around the base, chill out. And then we'll start reading it. It won't be that long, so you don't have to worry about it. We will get to it in a bit. So tell me, if you're listening, tell me how your day's been. Tell me how your week has been. I think it's been a lovely week. The weather's been lovely. Been very nice. Been warm, but not hot. Been cool, but not cold. It's been perfect. There we go. What do I have in my possession? Lots of stuff. Emperor's Wings Mark 1. What does this do? Jongleurs for a short time detect bursts of floating during performance. Jump twice to... Ooh. Okay. Let's just put stuff here that we don't need. Oopsie daisy. It's E. And I think we can make a recycler. So we can take this stuff that's kind of not so great, and we can break it down further. My throat's feeling pretty good today. I mean, I have to clear my throat every once in a while. You won't hear me. Hopefully you won't hear me. But, you know, I'm feeling pretty good today. Let me see here. What do I have here? Okay, let me see if we can make the recycler. Or what was it called? Search. Improve blood pressure. Ooh, that sounds nice. Melange. We can cook. Oh, we can get a bigger chest too. Arapack, Cutlery Mark 2. We have the Mark 1. Do I have it equipped? Do I? And we still have the improvised one. Did I not make one? It seems a little bit weird. Oh, I must have unlocked it while I was out exploring, and then I came back to the base, and yeah. Repair station. Recycler. There we go. So I think we can put junk in here, and it can be recycled into parts, and we can use those parts to make stuff that's going to be advantageous to us later on. Heavy armor. I wonder if there's going to be a benefit to having heavy armor over... This looks like light armor? Or clothing, as I'm wearing right now. It looks like clothing. Okay. No, that's not how I build. I build with this. Still getting the hang of it. There we go. I do wish there was something, a button you could press like control, and it just snaps right to the wall. That would be nice. Or it snaps to this. They have that in Pal World, and I really appreciate it. Put it here. Can I put you here? And there we go. Oh, no power. No power. Nope. What? Really? No power. There should be power. Is there a maximum power in this base? Ah, I see. Okay, so I wasn't aware of this. I think what I'm going to do... What I'm going to do is I'm going to take part of the fuel. And make a second one. Second generator. Oopsie daisy. Put you here. I do like that they're built so quickly. Okay. Pause it. There we go. Nice. Okay, you put all this stuff we don't need. Don't need you. I'll keep you. I need you still. Particle capacitor. Old Imperial remnants. Okay, this is important. This is important. This is important, I presume. Maybe what we need is another... What we need, something bigger to put this thing in. Don't need weapons. We have a good weapon, I believe. Blood extractor Mark II. Bigger sacks. Oh, this is all good. I don't really know where to go. I think I'll go with the chest. So I can store stuff better. I don't need a repair station. Do need another cutlery. Make one. I don't have enough iron. Oh, okay. Okay, we'll make the Mark I. I need iron ingots, okay. My throat's starting to go real quick now. And here I thought I was starting off really good today. It's iron. I need water and iron ore. Copper, huh? What about the cutlery? I think it lets me get iron. For mining iron, there we go. Okay, so I'll put you here. You are the welding torch. I don't need you. Blood sacks. Should be fine. Okay. So. I think let's just take a look at our skill points. I did play a little bit off stream. Just a bit. Just to kind of grab some quests that were going to be a little annoying, I think, to watch me do. Disruptor damage. And go there. Anti-gravity field. You can modify secondary phase Holtzman field. You can use a sphere to lift enemies or prevent fall damage during traversal. That could be useful, but I don't have a space for the ability. I like to compel and do the Bindu sprint. Is it Bindu? Yes. Okay. So what I'm going to do instead is given that we have... Hello, sword. Ooh, more guns. So that's a disruptor. Okay. But I'm gonna want a rifle. That's one. This is better, it says. It's a scatter gun. It's a shotgun. Rifle. Right. So they're both rifles. This one is just better. Okay. Aluminium. Okay, so we can get tons of stuff here. Okay. So I will go over the apology now. I'll read it. And I'll just talk about it because I did read it. And I let the computer read it to me while I was doing something. And to me, it just... If you've ever gone outside, if you've ever interacted with somebody, you understand the tone of this apology is very poor. I'm not going to curse, but I think you can understand what I'm trying to say here. This reads like somebody who got caught with their hands in the cookie jar, and now they're turning around, they're trying to say, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry," and they're giving this big story about why they're sorry and why they're innocent. But you know it's bullshit, right? Because again, if you've ever been in a social situation, if you've ever been somewhere where you've had an altercation or someone's done something wrong and they need to apologize, you know what an apology sounds like. You understand the tone of it. And this sounds nothing like an apology. This sounds like, "Oh my God, you caught me. Please don't be angry." So let's go over it. I'm gonna have to just close this here. Oopsie daisy. So open that there. So, okay. So the first page, second page. It's 2 pages long. Let me just get a drink of water and pour myself some tea, because I'm gonna be playing for probably 3 hours a day. 3 to 4 hours. See how I'm feeling. We did 2 hours the other day. Just to talk meta a little bit, I want to keep sometimes the stream short, so it is going to be digestible. That's not the word for it, but I think you understand what I mean. I want people to be able to feel they can approach the stream, given my size. So, let me get a sip of water, and I will start to read. Perfect. So it starts with a recording of me from last year. Pardon me. Let me read a little slower. Let me try and improve my let me improve whatever it is when I read to you. I don't mean to be dismissive. That maybe came out wrong. So I apologize. So I just want to get better at speaking, which is something I don't normally do. But I have to do it, right? This is why we're here. So, a recording of me from almost a year ago was leaked, and I want to address that to the best of my abilities today. What I said was hateful, cruel, and insanely inappropriate, racist, transphobic, and honestly just straight up mean. Now, let me just stop right there. This is the first red flag that I have, that this apology is really just somebody trying to cover their asses. And that's that you're enumerating everything. I understand, you put it out on the table, right? Because this is a strategy. If you put everything out on the table, then you can address them all one at a time, and you can kind of backtrack, right? And this is the thing that people do when they know that someone's going to be angry. You know they're already angry. Pardon me. You know they're already angry. So what you do is you put everything on the table so that you can, from that point on, when you apologize, you're making an appeal to empathy. which is what a lot of this will sound like. And as you make that appeal, you expect him to calm down. So the way that she's starting the apology is already a red flag to me that she is not sincere on one hand, and on the other hand, that she's someone who doesn't understand that not everybody, there are people who are not socially apt. However, most people are, and they can smell, they know, they can hear when you're lying to them. So, this is just 2 sentences in, and already I have this opinion. And I'm sure you, the listener, probably have the same opinion. Something's not right here. So, and to reiterate, I won't say who they are, but if you are into the VTuber scene, you in the industry, and the news, and the drama, many people know who this is. So, I don't want to make excuses. Regardless of what I was angry about or dealing with, those words were wrong. I want to fully own up to it. That conversation came from a place of protectiveness and frustration over how someone close to me was being treated. But regardless, that doesn't excuse the language I use, and I'm sorry that my anger boiled over into something so ugly and so hurtful to many. So, okay. So they're saying, I did something bad, but I have a good reason for it, or I have at least a reason for it, which is not how you want to talk about, you don't want to apologize this way. Because now what you're trying to make an appeal of empathy when you should be apologizing. You're making an excuse. Yes, I did something wrong, but I did it because I was angry and because I was trying to protect someone, or I felt protective over somebody. But that's not what, when you hear the audio recording, that's not what it sounds like. Because not only is the tone of the apology wrong, but the tone of the audio is wrong as well. And that's what I find to be very amusing. Again, the individual here either believes that the people who are going to be reading this are fools, which is insulting, or they've not. I presume that there's someone who's probably in their early 20s, and they don't have enough experience dealing with apologies. That would be very charitable to me. It's been a long day. I didn't get much sleep, so I apologize. That's very charitable of me, isn't it? And I'm not a charity. So, let's continue. To me, words were only just words. There was never anger. There was never any deeper meaning to anything. Okay, so this sentence, it bothers me. Because yes, we teach children, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. We teach them to have a thicker skin with words. But we do understand words can hurt people, depending on the time, the occasion, which is to mean the set of events that lead up to that point in time, depending on who they are, depending on the words used. You can hurt somebody. Children understand this. How is it somebody who is clearly an adult does not understand this? Now, I want you to think about that. Because, again, not everybody is socially apt. However, when you've reached a certain age, there are expectations of you. And this is one of the reasons why I want to talk about this today. Because it bothers me. This is not the first person I see doing this. Given that they should be in a point in their lives to understand this very clearly, this is wrong. Not just what they said, but how they are approaching people when they got discovered. This is not an apology, but we'll go over it again. And I'm sorry if I'm stopping a little too soon here, but I think you'll understand. This is, to put it bluntly, it's kind of stupid. We know words can hurt. So let me continue. I felt that if you had the ability to speak, why not say whatever you want? Okay, so yes, this is another thing we teach children. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. So let me read that again. I felt that if you had the ability to speak, why not say whatever you want? This, again, demonstrates a severe immaturity in the individual. I never really questioned the thoughts or beliefs I grew up with until very recently. I love this. Every single sentence, I can go into it with a surgical tool and explain why it makes no sense. This is a thing that people do. So again, the individual, I believe, I have no means to verify, but I'm certain, given they operated with a company, with a VTuber agency, that they are an adult. To not question your beliefs or thoughts is to have skipped a point in your life we call adolescence. Most people who are adolescents do this. You don't even have to ask them to do it. They will do it. They are searching for who they are. So it again demonstrates that the individual is stunted in their growth. I will continue. We've just started here. We've got another 3 paragraphs and then a whole other page. And I think you can see why this bothers me. Why it's so ridiculously written. I just have to go through it. So let me continue. Where was I here? Okay, I've luckily been able to meet some kind-hearted and wonderful people that pushed, supported, and urged me to become better and grow as a person. Now, here, you might think I can't break this down or I can't criticize this, but I can. So, since the beginning, they said, I did a bad thing, right? The first sentence, they said, the first sentence is that they got caught. They did a bad thing. But now they're saying, I did a bad thing, but now I'm in good hands. Right? This is what this line is that now she's in good hands. Well, okay. And this is, again, it's a means of saying, it's not an appeal to empathy now. Now it's a way of trying to dissolve responsibility to a certain degree. So let me continue. Here we go. I started to realize how much power words carry. Again, back to what we said before. Children understand this. They are able to hurt people, inflict and reinforce harm, and even make people feel unsafe. Even if I, quote unquote, didn't mean it that way. Oh, my dear. Okay, again, she's just doubling down on the fact that she is immature. That she is not... I use this word because I really think it makes people think about just how bad it is. She is, essentially, at this point, just with this alone, just with her misunderstanding, her immaturity, is a failed byproduct in society. Or of society. Whoever raised her, whoever were her educators, her community, her friends, if she had any, obviously failed her along the way. You get a sip of water. So, I feel that over these past few days, I've come to understand that being careless doesn't mean my actions are not harmful. So, when you listen to the audio, she was not careless. She spoke because she thought no one else would hear her. It was just her acquaintances and or friends. I don't know what their status is towards her. And she got caught. So, to me, growth is about unlearning things. Listening, sorry, let me just make sure I'm at the right place. There we go. Listening and actually thinking before I speak. Again, we teach children to think before you speak. And learning how to take responsibility for my actions. Again, why are you saying you have to learn to take responsibility for your actions? Children understand this. At least when you reach the age of, if a child reaches the age of 10 or 12, they've understood this part. That when you do things, and those things are frowned upon, there will be consequences to those actions. Correct? Am I not wrong, chat? I think I'm correct. So, she just goes on saying, you know, I'm just trying to figure this out. I'm just trying to figure this out. But really, if you've come to the age of adulthood and you haven't figured this out, there's not really any excuse you can give at that point. You know, being poorly socialized, it doesn't give you an excuse to go and say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't, no, I think she understands. Again, when you listen to the tone of her voice in the audio, you understand that she understood what she was saying. And again, this is the mirror I want to make. The correlation that the tone of the audio doesn't match the tone here in the apology. Let me continue. As someone who lives in America, even just in 2025 alone, I've witnessed many injustices towards marginalized communities, things that I cannot unsee or ignore. Growing up, I was surrounded by certain attitudes and beliefs that I never questioned. So, not questioning things around you is not uncommon. Unfortunately, more people don't question things than do, depending on what those things are, of course. And she doesn't tell us what those things are. She's being very vague here. Oh, we might continue, and she may mention them. But she's also giving us the, even just in 2025 alone, just in current year, she's witnessed these things. Okay. I think you understand. It's a little ridiculous. So, I took them as normal, even thought they were rooted in ignorance and bias. So, query. If you didn't question them, how are you now questioning them? You thought that they were rooted in ignorance and bias, meaning you understood that the things were wrong and you are questioning them here. So, this is, again, a contradiction she makes. When my mom found out I didn't vote for the hateful and oppressive president she supported, she nearly disowned me. Now, this is an easy thing to say because we don't know who her mother is. Although I'm pretty sure it's a bit interesting, given that we all live in an age where people sometimes will do interesting things just to get to somebody, that she's throwing her mother under the bus like that. Right, chat? But even if we were not, she's pinning the blame on her mother, which again is not a sign of maturity. She's not owning her mistakes. She's trying to redirect them. So, let me continue. When my mom found out, that moment really shook me because it made me realize how much of my identity had been shaped by trying to meet other people's expectations or avoid conflict. So, I can't glean anything from this. But it doesn't quite make sense. Your identity is not shaped by trying to meet others' expectations. Identity is a very different thing. So this is just more, you're not using the word properly. But, if she wants to say she's a coward, that's fine. It was the first time I truly stood my ground on something I believed in. But we don't have evidence of this, which is another thing to take into account. We don't have evidence that what she's saying is true. I lost myself here. let me put my arrow, the little cursor, where it has to be. First time stood my ground on something I believed in, even when it cost me. We don't know what it cost her. So she's just saying, I did something that somebody else didn't approve of. Somebody we presume is important to her mother. We don't know what the relationship is like. And it cost her. Whether it cost her, we don't know. That experience pushed me to start thinking for myself more critically, to ask why I believed what I believed, and to recognize how easily it is to stay complicit in harmful systems when you're just going along with what you've been taught. So she's saying, oh, I've had my awakening moment. Another thing to consider is we don't know precisely when this occurred. We can, I think, assume, but to my understanding, again, we don't know which president. I think we know which one it is, but we don't. She doesn't say. Oh, wait, she does. She says she lives in America. Never mind. But we don't know when she does this whole thing. In the past year, I'm sure. But again, she's just stay complicit in harmful systems when you're going along with what you've been taught. I mean, again, if you're an adult and you're just following the crowd, you're just doing what you're told, you've basically failed to a certain degree. Okay, this is the first page. We've got a second page, chat. Stick with me. This one's going to be probably a little quicker. But I feel that this past year has been a turning point. What? With the help of friends who have educated me and shared their experiences, I've started to really understand just how much harm those old ways of thinking can cause. I have made the choice to turn away from what I was raised on and to actively unlearn, that's an interesting word to use, unlearn all the harmful rhetoric. Now, I don't like that word, unlearn, very postmodern, it's very pretentious. If you made a mistake, it also doesn't make any sense. I'll explain why. When you make a mistake, you don't unlearn the information that led to that mistake. You learn from the mistake. Because if you unlearn the information or the thing that led to the mistake, you will repeat the mistake. So logically, it doesn't make any sense. Again, she's talking about with the help of friends. With the help of friends, she's again trying to dissolve the responsibility to others, to her friends, to her mother, to whoever was teaching her these customs of hers. Anyways, maybe it's dumb to say because this conversation happened not that long ago, but even in the small period since the incident occurred, I do think I've started to grow more as a person. Now, you never stop growing as a person, really. I mean, until maybe you reach the age of like 60 or 70, but even then, I know people in their 60s and 70s and 80s who are willing to turn around and say, you know what, I was wrong. I made a mistake. And that is still growth. But to say, again, presumably, this person is an adult, and now they're saying, I think I've started to grow more as a person. A bit too late, sweetie. Anyways, maybe I shouldn't say that, but it's a little hard not to go through this and not mock them a little bit for their, again, the immaturity, the lack of social skills, the attempt to lie. Because this does not read as an apology. And so it is something of a lie. So, let me continue. I want to be absolutely 100% clear on this. Despite all the awful things I said, I have never truly held those views. But you did, because you said them. And we can hear the tone of the audio. Unless someone has been living under a rock their entire life, they know when somebody means what they say. And even if you're in the moment, caught up, you say you're frustrated. You say you're being protective. But that doesn't come across that way. It's an 8-minute long audio recording. And yes, it has been edited, but the parts that you listen to, you understand her tone of voice. You understand that she means what she says because she doesn't think anyone is listening to her. So, and to this day, I still do not. What's she? Pardon me, just a moment. Okay, so she says she never held those views, and to this day she does not. Again, we can't verify for sure. We can't read her mind, but we're playing with impressions here. And again, I think that's bullshit. Just take a sip of water. Ah, perfect. Okay. So, the words I used were ignorant and deeply hateful. But I do not believe they represent my actual beliefs or values. Okay. Racist, transphobic, violent, or otherwise any type of dehumanizing language has no place in the community I would like to create. So, that's great, but it doesn't remove the responsibility from you for doing the action. Intentions are cute. Words are cute, but actions speak loud. Even in moments of frustration or anger, or anything chat, saying those things was unacceptable. And I am deeply ashamed of myself. Also, just thank you, chat, for listening to me this far. I know I sometimes stumble over my words, but it means a lot if you're still there listening to this. I know a lot of people see me as based, quote unquote. I do want to go over what the word based means, because I do know its history. It's a word that was created in opposition to another word, which is woke. Because the word woke initially was created to mean that you are woken, you're awake to these things and crimes and what have you. Things in society are injustice. But the thing is, because it was used by individuals who were so... what's the word? Pretentious. It harmed them more than anything. And so the word was co-opted and it was turned into something that was going to become... It became eventually a word to mock people with. That's why people today, it's about a decade, I'd say maybe somewhere between 8 and 10 years ago, is when this kind of began to change. And that's why now you hear people use the word in a negative connotation. Based, on the other hand, was to be authentic. And eventually, over time, it replaced the word cool, which replaced the word groovy. If you remember those days, or if you watch some of the movies from the 70s and the 80s, things were very groovy back then. But yeah, it's just, that's what the word means. I remember seeing it being used. I remember its evolution. I love the fact that I can see how it's been appropriated in the wider culture, where I can hear people who are saying it all sorts of walks of life. So it's interesting to see, because I know the event from which it comes from, that this thing has been taken over and is being used in the wider culture. So I know a lot of people see me as based, or want to put their views and feelings onto me But that is not the type of person I am. So you're an idol. People are going to do this, whether you like it or not. And you should be aware of it. Right? I am just a girl who wants to she's just a girl, chat. She's just a girl. Again, she's kind of minimizing this. She's trying to say, I'm just a small person. I'm just a this, I'm just a that. Yeah. No, you're an adult who wants to stream and have fun with her friends and fans, thinking about cute seals and cute girls. I have never and will never promote that type of behavior to my fans, and I regret setting a bad example for them. Well, again, this was done in private because you thought nobody was listening to you. Now, again, it was done in private, right? So the fact that the audio was leaked is a violation of that privacy. And that's why I'm not going to talk about that. Because I still have principles and standards. But I am going to talk about the apology, which doesn't match what was said in terms of tone, right? And what she's saying in the apology is not making any sense, right? Taking another sip of water. I'm having a lot of fun here. I apologize also for taking the water every time. Again, it's been a long day. I didn't get much rest. And anyways, let's keep going because this is fun. I have never and want to promote... Yeah, she said that. I also want to clarify a few things. Okay, she wants clarifications, chat. I do not hate my fans. Okay. What I said was, in a moment of burnout and bitterness, aimed at the people who spam me for specific content while not respecting or giving value to me as a person. Now, that wasn't what she said. She did talk about her fans, and she did talk about the money. And she did say other things which I'm not going to talk about here. Anyways, you can go listen to the audio. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere. It's not on YouTube because it was taken down, but I'm sure it's on Rumble or somewhere else. So, I let the frustration turn into a generalization, and that might... Pardon me? Pardon me? So let me just try that again. I let the frustration turn into a generalization, and that's my responsibility. Yes, it is. But the thing is, you've been spending this entire apology letter trying to dissolve any kind of responsibility. It doesn't make those words okay, and I am deeply sorry to everybody who I hurt by saying them. I have nothing but respect and admiration for artists. Now, this is out of left field altogether. I don't even remember hearing about artists in the audio. So her talking about an artist or artists has nothing to do with the audio clip, has nothing to do with an apology letter. Right? Again, it's another way of dissolving. It might be a way to try and appeal to certain communities or demographics, people who do art, but it's beyond me why she would be doing this. Anyways, I never wanted to demean anyone's work. In the whole conversation that was emitted from the clip, I was talking about how much I wish I could have different model proportions, such as those this artist draws so beautifully. I don't remember hearing that. So again, he's talking about something we didn't hear, perhaps, and therefore cannot verify. Which, on the one hand, we can't criticize her over this. However, we can criticize her over the fact that we have no evidence. There is no reason to talk about this in an apology letter. This is, by the way, the last paragraph. This is not structured like an apology letter. Usually there's like you begin by explaining what it is you have to apologize for. You very rapidly apologize, and then you say what you're going to do differently. Because just saying, I'm sorry, is not enough. You have to say what you're going to do to make things better. How are you going to change? How is this not going to happen again in the future? Right? So, let me finish this here. I really have a lot of love and respect for their work, and I have always been extremely vocal about this. I am unable to fully clarify the contents of my original statement there. Pardon me, let me just repeat that. I am unable to fully clarify the contents of my original statement there, but I want to reiterate that it had absolutely nothing to do with the beyond wonderful art. So this is the end of it. So I don't know what you think, chat, but I can tell you what I think. I think, again, this is somebody who got caught making a mistake and is trying to apologize, but is really trying to take any kind of responsibility and dissolve it. Oh, it's this person's fault. It's society's fault. It's my mother's fault. It's my friends are here. They're trying to help me. I'm in good hands now. Look, it's not an apology. The tone is wrong. It's just one excuse after the other that, while we cannot verify for certain if you heard the audio, and again, it kind of sounds like her saying, look, I'm one of you at one point, right in the beginning. Just a moment. It does feel like she's trying to say, I'm one of you in the beginning. She's trying to say, you know, I'm not a bad person. I don't have these values, and you know, I come from a background where, oh, I thought these were normal, and now I understand that I made a mistake. It's like, that's great, but that doesn't come across properly in the apology letter. And when you listen to the audio, it doesn't come across that way either. This is someone who understands what you're saying. Because I have spoken to people. I'm older. I'm older. I've spoken to people. I know how to talk to people. I've had all sorts of experiences, just as I'm sure you have, chat. And we've all been bitter before. For whatever reason. We've all been burnt out from work, from emotional burnout. We've all had these experiences. And so, to most of us, we understand when somebody is speaking from a position of being burnt out or being protective. But what she's speaking from is a position of jealousy and mockery. So anyways, I think the apology is bullshit. Now, let's play some Dune. So that bothered me, because I was reading that and I thought, no, I'm not that stupid. Most people are not that stupid. It's really, you know, the fact that she is writing it like that is more of an insult to me. Like, just come on and say what you really mean. Can I? Oh, there we go. Amplifier, files. Let's see. Drive north of so-and-so. Advanced construction kit. Oh, maybe I should have gotten that. Whoopsie daisy. It's locked. Oh, I have to probably go to the place and then it's going to be unlocked. Okay. There's our bike. We get another sip of tea here now, because my tea is probably cooled down. So that I will. Like, I'm gonna try and get better at reading. I know that I sometimes stumble over my words, but I do appreciate that you're here to listen to me. I'm gonna improve over time. I promise. So let me get a sip of tea here. Because my throat's getting dry. It's nice. Honey inside of it. Oh, that's good. That's good. My throat's feeling a little bit better. Okay. So, what did I do? I went to these places over here. Around here, right? And here. To get some dudes for a bounty. But now what I want to do is I want to go maybe over here if I can. Maybe I can go across here. That's a little bit, might be tricky. We'll explore. Or maybe we'll go north. Because they do want me to go and look for... They want me to build a advanced construction kit. So perhaps it would behoove me to not be in this area. Reach a settlement. Ooh. Talk to, you can get something to fly, I'm sure, at some point. Add a sandbag inventory, mark 1 to your sandbag. I got that. I tried to put it on there, but it didn't let me. Do I still have it in my inventory? No. Maybe it's inside the base, because I know I have it. I know I had it in my inventory before. There we go. Refuel, manage vehicle. Ownership. It won't let me give it. Assembly requirement optional. But clearly not. Can't put it in my number pads. Maybe if I drop it and pick it up. Where would you put it? Unsheltered. Let's go back into it. We have interactions. No. Okay, so it doesn't tell me how to. Wait a minute, maybe if I use this instead. Yeah, improvised cutlery. Cutlery Mark 1. A welding torch. This is an 8. Oh. Already attached. Oh. Maybe... Just move it. I think I have a choice between a backseat or the inventory. And nobody's here, so I don't need a backseat. Okay. Now let me exit. Can I get rid of... Detach, there we go. Oops, daisy. There we go. Okay. Perfect. So now, deposit. No. Inventory. There we go. Put you here. Don't need you. I'm gonna take you apart. What else? Can I go from my character? No, I can't. It should give you the option to pick from your inventory, besides this one, the backpack, but on your person. Yeah. I also need these. Let me make another box. Put more stuff in. Okay, very cool. So we got ourselves a bike. We drink some water too. And maybe... Oh no, I don't have the one for the... No, I do need... One of them is broken. Revised. Okay, it's good. Still in good condition. Yeah, good condition. Decent. Let's go up to the trade post, see if there's anything that we can trade or we can take up as a quest. Daisy. Not the trade post. There's a trade post. Totally off. Oh. Is that the... Oh, it equipped on me by itself. Nice. Oh, such a long day. I spent the morning at the apothecary. Everything is good. Shouldn't have to worry anytime soon. Okay, not you. Who are you?
You look a little lost, friend. You got somewhere you need to be. I can fly you there for a price.
Oh, cool.
Music to my ears. Where do you want to go?
Nowhere now. Because I don't know what's in those locations. Okay, quests. Deliver. Oh, we already had this. Oh, that's why I didn't let me put it away. Contact issuer. Gun amplifier. Great work. Oh, more. Summon at the anvil. I think there's a quest here too for different classes. Planetology training available. Imperial testing station number 2. Okay, we were just there like 3 times. Speak to Anton at the anvil. Where's the package? Arco village. We'll take that too. Don't know where the anvil is, but oh, I can already deliver the items. Okay, I already have them. Perfect. Cool. Very micro sandwich fiber. Oh, we have those at the base maybe. That's just a common item. I'm not gonna read everything that's in the quest, but yeah, it's there. So if you want to, you can just pause. Where is it? I need... Daisy, what's that click? Sort. Just take a quick look at the heat, the GPU, because I don't want it to... Nope, it's all good. Wasn't a click. I presume it was. And I have the improvised cutter, which we can put in the recycler, I think. Probe, we have another probe in our... Come to think of it. There we go. Goodies. Put you there. Oh wait, I need that. Alrighty. Don't know why I'm not using the bike. Go in the house. The War of Assassins. Ooh, I like assassins. Oh, it's still just going with my quest. Still just accepting them one after a time. Okay, cool. That's a bit goopy, but I can take it. Deliver items. F generator 3. Oh. We have that too. I should have read that properly. I'll just leave the bike there. We jump from high. Taking no fall damage. Nice. No. Is it? Yeah. Just take 7. We're probably gonna have more later on anyway, so we'll just take what we can. See Daisy? Let's go this way. Keep making that mistake. It kind of feels like I should be going up there, but there's a path leading here instead. I was walking all day today. Walked for hours. Need to get some new boots. Here you go. Perfect. Bunch of savages. Alrighty. Third one? Deliver items? That was the poison, huh? Okay. Okay. Bike building. Deliver sand bike mark. Okay. We can make that. It's a little bit it's a little awkward when you're like, oh, I've been here like 3 times, and you come to the contract issuer and you're like, oh, into the board for the contract and you're like, oh yeah, I got this for you already. Here you go. Convenient though. Oh, that's a lot of points. That's a lot of points. Okay, what do we need to take? We need to take the construction kit, which it doesn't let me take. Repair station. Yeah, we're probably gonna need that at some point. Power pack Mark II. Faster capacity, regeneration power. But you need iron for it. We don't have... What are the blood packs? Also needs iron. Iron. Probably iron. Iron. Don't have iron just yet. What about here? That fiber spice. Iron products. Resource scanner. I guess it's a better scanner. Sandbike Mark II assembly. This sounds cool. Hopefully it's faster. Ooh. Ornithopter. Let's get the engine. We'll head back. It's very cool to look at this. Can you imagine what's going to be possible in like 10 to 20 years with all these, what are they called? With all these 3D printers. I saw that you can now 3D print in like a gel, and it does it way, way faster. Something that would take like 8 hours can be done in 3 minutes. Sandbag engine Mark 1. Let me just double check that that it's the proper thing. Oops, daisy. Sandbag engine Mark 1. Okay, good. Completed the contract. Yes. What color is this? Ooh, it's blue. Did I go the wrong way again? Yeah, I did go the wrong way. I keep doing that. I need to stop. See how far this can let me, okay, cool. So I can go all the way down there without issue. And I see that at the bottom, there's a lightning bolt. So that's my energy. Okay, so I can jump from quite high. Well, hello. Deliver the item. There you go. Okay, now you want the threads. Okay. It's a little annoying, I have to say. I'm gonna use this bike now to get the base and then come back and they'll probably say, we want this now. Okay. Just teasing me. I'm crazy about how the bike drives. It feels like... What's the name of the game? 2 threads. What was the name of the game? It was a game where you're like a super powered cop fighting in town. Let me take a look at that. That's a game from like 20 years ago. Xbox game from just Xbox game. Super power. Crackdown. There we go, yeah. It kind of feels like Crackdown. Like, and the reason why it feels like Crackdown is because it feels like Just get the treads here. When you drive it, it has a little too much whiplash. Let me show you what I mean. See the turning? And you've still got this momentum here. Driving you. And so it's a little annoying. You can kind of control it on the keyboard a bit. But you see, if you do this, it has this, it keeps the momentum as you turn. So when you want to turn again, it becomes a little difficult. Get out. Little slide to the animation getting out of the vehicle. Here are your treads. Achievement. Complete scrap metal. Very good. What do you want?
Back again. Like the sour I can teach you no more. Arrakis may have a seasoned trooper or two willing to
Okay. So you're useless to me. Understood. But you're still glowing. Like on the compass on top. It still shows them as being an important person. Take a look here inside. Let's see. Gavuri. Look the package from Mir. Let's look at our journal. Let me get myself another cup of tea here. For anybody who's there, I've already spoken about the drama earlier on, about an hour ago, just when I started. So if you want to hear about it, you can go back then. And as I said at the beginning, we have a short that came out just yesterday. Go take a look at the short. And in the future, I probably should have said this in the beginning of the stream, but in the future, I'm going to be introducing people to the Discord. Because I will find somebody who can moderate it along with me. And we will have people enter the Discord. And we can have events and we can talk about stuff. Because I took my time making that Discord. And everything's set up so we can share on many, many topics. Okay. Let's look at our quests. Talk to Zantara. Not trackable. Completable by a party member. Okay. Strike a deal with a recruiter. Moving on. This is to go to the next location. Advanced sub-thief. Travel to a trade post. Talk to the ornithopter pilot. Reach a settlement. Vehicle backup tool. Track Q. Location, location, location. Fabricate a Salito replicator. Copy a base. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, let's just do it because it's easy peasy, right? I don't have a fancy base, but what the tool does is when you have a base and you want to keep the base design, you can just use that to copy it, and very quickly when you go to a new area... God, I hate how this thing drives. I hate how it drives so much. I'll probably get used to it over time. Maybe the second one, the Mark II bike, is better. Go. Okie dokie. Fabricate a vehicle backup tool. Need copper ingots, huh? So I need copper. Okay. Okay. We need more stuff. What else do I need to do? And just delete a replicator. Let me get some copper. Before I go looking for a base, I just want to kind of get everything done here. And then we can go looking for a base. And we can, you know, take out people along the way. There's the copper. The blue stuff. Tons of copper here. Get some granite too. We're gonna use a replicator. Maybe we'll just build a decent base here and replicate it. Oh, they pick up the keystroke? Hopefully not. Fuel. Nice. Whoa. Interesting graphical issues. Update the driver. There shouldn't be any issues. And the sound of the GPU is quiet when it was when I had the other driver. Had some problems. So satisfying. There's an ornithopter. Okay. Get closer. Very nice. Okay. Hello? What was that? What's that? Oh, fuck. Hopefully it's on my base. Because it looks like it was near the... it was nearby. Trade post. There we go. Grab you. We're full. Okay. Oh, somebody here we can kill. How's it going? There we go. You take your shit. No, can't take your shit. Take your ammunition. Take your blood. Right in the crotch. Let's go see what that explosion was. Curious. I think we have enough copper. Yeah, we have enough copper. We can go to see what the poop is. No, this landscape is not that bad. Okay. My base is still here. Nothing seems to be exploded. We manage it. Make all the stuff. Nope. We're back and we go to the washroom. Back I am. Yeah. Had some lovely cream and mushroom soup today, which I made. And what else did I have today? 20,000 currency. That's nice. Make another one. And the replicator, huh? There we go. Made a cream and mushroom soup, which should be easy but so delicious. Took a bunch of mushrooms, chopped them up really, really small. Some onions, about the same in volume, chopped up really small. Although once all the water's taken out of the mushrooms, I had just too much onion. So I used what I could, tried to keep them about the same in terms of volume. Homemade chicken stock, a little butter, a little flour. Then you add the stock into it. When you have the butter and the flour, you make like a, what is it called? Not a veloute. That's an architectural piece. A roux. Make just a light roux. Add the stock. Add the solids, and then you put some cream afterwards, and it's so good. The mushrooms have so much flavor. And store a vehicle using a backup tool. Cool. Okay. But we're gonna do the base first. Don't think we're gonna need those. Vehicle inventory non-empty. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Just, copy a base using a Solito replicator. Is that not what I have? Okay. Track a new journey. Which one? Oh, just generally grab another quest. Okay. Let's go to this place because maybe reach a settlement. Emilius Gap, huh? Go over there. Where even is that? Okay, over here. Okay. That's how big the world is. Can go here too, I take it? No? Okay. We can get some intel here, but once we get well, we'll just call it the helicopter. Once we get the flying vehicle, I think we can just go to any place here without issue. Mina Cavern. Okay. Maybe we will get a ride. Maybe she can take us closer to wherever we have to go. But if we do that, we don't have the bike. But it does seem like it's going to be a very long way. And we don't want to get eaten by a worm. I'm going the wrong way again, aren't I? Of course I'm going the wrong way again. Oh wait, but this is why they want me to store the vehicle. Ah, I see. I see now. Cool. So I can just take it with me. There's not really anything of value of left back there, I think. Except for those, what are they? Those plans to make weapons and stuff. Something else here, or... No.
Can I fly you somewhere today? Music to my ears. Where do you want to go?
Bassin.
Can I
Let's go
fly you
anywhere.
somewhere today? Music to my ears. Where the basin is a pretty big place. Could you narrow it down a little? All right, suit yourself. Music to Atreides and their war levies. Look, I can get you there, but I want a little extra for the trip. All right, suit yourself. Music to my... Well, the Harkonnens love their docking fees, so that's going to cost a little extra.
Oh, whatever.
Huh? All right.
Let's go.
Doctor's on.
Is it easy? Less. That's a big village. Okay, where am I in the map? Where am I in the world map? No? If I don't have enough money and I come here, how do I get back? Travel requirement failed. You cannot travel to world map at this time. Flying vehicles required. I understand. Stand. We flew somewhere.
Something approaches me. In order to determine if it is an aid or an impediment to my plans, I must dissect it. Mentally, of course.
Ooh, okay. I mean,
You remain of little interest.
how do you do too?
For the moment.
No credentials? Then beat it! I don't have time to waste on you.
Like the guy from Star Wars. No credits, no parts. Okay, let's keep going. This is like SWTOR and Mass Effect at once. I like it. Oh, they're being searched, I presume, for something. Who are you? Just light?
You are not recognized by the Landsrat. Come back if you're...
Not very friendly people, are they?
Welcome, stranger. If you come seeking treatment, I have all manner of locally sourced natural remedies.
Weapons, your consulate, tax collector, tome exchange. Oh, let's keep going that way then. I think someone mentioned a chome in the journey.
Welcome. Would you like to deposit or withdraw Solaris?
Oh, it's a bank. Okay. If I die, I die, right? Maybe no. Interact. Just buy anything? Okay. Vehicle vendor, barkeep, Anavar. You don't recognize me, so let's go there. Just take a look.
I knew you'd be back. Only a matter of time.
Who are you?
Kahraman Rais is my name. Mechanic. Not the only one, but I'm the only one I'd recommend. There are a lot of people in Harko you don't want to deal with. Some would take the water right out of your mouth. This place has a way of making people mean. Ah, but I'm sure you mean what can we do for each other, huh? Well, you can find fuel here, but also tools and packs for repair. I've got access to vehicle schematics, too. If any of that interests you, I'm sure what's on your mind. I assume you mean the Samuta and not me. I am quite particular about my hygiene, my friend. Not myself, no. But after Mother died, my father found solace in the escape the drug provides. Now the little that is left of him yearns for nothing else.
Okay, so it's just a trading hub so far. Can't get out. Let me get back to the taxi service. We go back to where we were. Maybe drive around. Maybe we have to go. Or there was the other location we can take a look at.
You look a little lost, friend. Music to my ears. Where do you the tradies and their war levies? All right.
Shatterproof plastic containers for transporting water in Arrakis, necessary for any desert. Cool. So if I don't know Dune, but this is part of the Empire, I believe. Oh, another hub. Exit. Can I exit, or is it going to tell me can't go? Okay. Well, I just wanted to come here to see if I could exit, and if I could, from where? Where would I be in the world? For an empire, it's not very impressive. Water, spice, base vendor. Empire I served was much more impressive.
Welcome. How may I assist you?
Oh, it's just parts. Maybe some other day. Vehicle backup tool. These are done. We really have no choice but to do that one. Okay. Although it doesn't tell me where to go. I'll take another look. Maybe I wasn't paying attention.
You look a little lost, friend. Music to my ears. Where do you want to go? The basin is a pretty big. Mir's place? Doctor's always warm.
Skip the cutscene. You know what? Also, it the vehicle reminds me of in Mass Effect, the one you drive on it. Okay, they give me achievements for visiting those two locations. It reminds me of the vehicle you drive around in Mass Effect 1. Because of the whiplash. You know, if you know, you know. And if you haven't played it, you should totally play Mass Effect. It's pretty good. Anvil. Okay, so this is the whole, this is the gap. This is Hyderabad. I see. So I do have to go across the desert. Interesting. Maybe from there. Not gonna talk to the stuck-up one. Oh, this is great. Okay. Let's go this way. Over there. There's a big boy. Oopsie daisy. Maybe I should have driven around a bit more. You're dead. Making sure. Yes, I am. Oh. Peekaboo. You don't peekaboo me, I peekaboo you. No. That's not how it works here. Let's grab their blood. Oh, it's a lot of blood I've drawn.
Reveal yourself.
Take the blood too. Right from the crotch. As you do. And you. Right from the rear. Who's here? Someone has to be here. No, nobody.
Yeah, so I do feel safer here, but now I've got some joker telling me where to go and what to do. I didn't run away from the knobs just to get ordered around by a puffed up mauler. I don't know if I'll stay or go.
No? Okay. King on top. Is there another way inside there? I get the impression there's something here. Okay, got the wrong impression. get on the bike and go. Good blood. Oh, sand. Hello? Oh, here, let's stick to the Daisy. There is intel there. But I have, I think, enough points as is. Let's just keep going this way. Right across like this. Thank you for letting me know where you are. The crotch again. Anyone else here? No. Okay, now we get to see if I'm crazy or not. This whole plan works out, because I don't know how to get there besides here. There's a little red patch. There's nothing to tell me, hey, you. Western Vermilius? Vermilius, yeah. Eastern Vermilius, Western Vermilius. Okay. Nothing to really tell you, like, hey, this is the way, right? Put a marker here. We can make a run for it. Let's see if we die or not. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh no, oh no! Oh no! That wasn't supposed to happen. That wasn't supposed to happen, chat. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Now what we got here? Oh, it's getting dark. Okay, I was airborne for... Oh. That wasn't supposed to happen. Well, I'm dead, or maybe I'm not. So, okay, let's experience death together in the game. What an ugly motherfucker.
You have been called by him, by Shai Hulud, yet you live. This must also be of his will. Shai Hulud has taken your soul and found in it no nourishment. Who starves God in his plain words then? Pay attention. When the worm comes for you, he takes all that you have. Do not tempt Shai Hulud. Fear him, or lose all.
Oh yeah? Well, fuck you and your worm.
A fool with a great destiny who is destroyed by God is just a fool. Do you understand? Yes, accept this once. Shai Hulud is troubled by your hollow soul. He offers no mercy. What he takes is his. But I am here. I offer you this gift. written.
Yeah, fuck you, buddy. I don't need your mercy. I need your pity. Okay. Was it supposed to happen? Get the feeling it's supposed to happen because, again, I don't know what to do, where to go in the locations, checkpoint, respawn beacon, trade post. Because we wanted to go here. Looks like there's something here, something there too. But I'm not sure where to go. How do I get into here, right? Without pissing off the worm. I managed to get here and then close to here. Kind of lets me know the distance I can cover. But probably going to do that again. Trade post. Yeah. We have our base there. No, I didn't read the purple one. Turn down the offer from the vision inside the summer. Okay, so cool. I'm just naked now. Sandworm death. You have been killed by a sandworm. All items in your inventory have been lost. Are not recoverable. Stick to rocky ground to avoid sandworm. Well, no shit, but how am I supposed to get into the... How am I supposed to get into the other part of the game when I don't have anything that tells me? Normally there'd be some kind of feedback, right? So let's imagine there's a bunch of rocks here. You know you have to go from here to there. But there's nothing, it's just desert. All the way here. It's just desert. So there's nothing to indicate, hey, you, go in this direction, right? I'm going to take everything except the important part, which is this. Vehicle backup tool. Store or restore your... Okay, I need to make a new one. Worm tooth. Crafting component obtained from dying. Yeah, I don't need... No, I do need it? Okay. I have the vehicle backup tool. Wait. I kept the tool? No, okay, never mind. Well, that's a bit odd. Make some new blood bags. I make the big ones. I need iron. Okay. Banking Solaris. Travel to Harco village or Arrakis. Look at a banker. Oh yeah, so I lost all my Solaris. A house. Locate the second trial. What? There's a bunch of stuff here now. Okay, now I can advance. Now I can research the kit. There we go. I can get you. I can get you. Why not? presume what's going to be important. Exploration. Okay, let me keep the rest just in case I need to use it for this. Can't learn that. Travel to the Anvil trade post. Fabricate a welding wire. We've already got that. Travel to Anvil. Survey the Eastern Vermilius Gap. Research a standard sword. Fabricate. And then kill with it. Okay. Research the Dew Reaper Mark II. Dew Reaper. Well, don't know if we're going to need more resources. Maybe we will. What have we made? Wants me to make us advanced sub-thief. Well, sand bike, but too many wheels. Okay, let me break down one of them. Do I need for an advanced sub-thief? Yeah, a lot of tools now I think about it. Scrap metal. All sorts of stuff. Backseat, we don't need that. Like we have two of them. Because I'm silly. Okay, what can I make? Take one of those. That. Oh, why did I get the improvised one? I think on the Mark II. Yeah, I made a mistake. Oh no, it needs iron. Never mind. Never mind. Glitter Johns. 2 of those. I guess we're gonna have to go looking for some more stuff. Be right back. Okay, so we're in a bit of a pickle. Just a bit of one. We have to make everything from scratch. Down with the rifle. Need for you copper. One. We just have enough to make that one, so we can start collecting. I don't need you. I definitely need you. You. Let's put this away. Retreads. Power supply unit. So we're not starting from scratch too badly. Thank you. Just salvage the metal. Put you away. Construction tool, got 2 of you. Silly of me. Could choose 2. Welding tool. 3, but choose 2. I like being organized properly. Ready. Let's go get some stuff. Did not grab the cutaway tool. Capable mining iron depletes power from power packs. I need power packs. I'm gonna be a little annoyed if they tell you exactly where to go. Like, oh yes, just go north from here. Like, oh, why didn't you tell me that sooner? Why didn't you give me a cutscene? What do I need for you? I need copper ingots. Okay. Can I get some copper ingots? More copper. Need more copper. Okay, so if you fuck up and you get into this position where you have to go looking for stuff again, you are in a bit of a pickle. Was there an improvised cutaway tool? Did it also require me to make... What was an improvised power pack? Okay. Okay. Not so bad. But the power pack restores itself, so it's not too much of a penalty. I can imagine if it was really penalizing, it'd be annoying for people who are into doing PvP. It's got more of a lava to it when you cut. Was it just me or yeah? Sketchy too. Yeah, it's very satisfying to do. Let's go back to base. Our humble, tiny base. 50. Okay. What else do we need here? We do need a tire. But we definitely need gun. Scavenger pants, scavenger boots. Good armor. Go. We start to make gun. We make gun. I'm gonna go out there again and grab more stuff. I don't recall exactly what happened to Crackdown. I think because Crackdown 1 came out, people liked it. Crackdown 2 came out, people liked it enough that they can make a Crackdown 3. And then Crackdown 3 came out like a decade later, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. Fuel. Metal, we don't need any more metal. We just need lots and lots of copper. Not there. We're not going to go fight somebody without a gun yet. And armor. We need armor too. Nice relaxing game. I'm going to look up a bunch of topics tonight before we do the thing tomorrow. Might have to re-title this, because essentially what we did here that was unique was we talked about drama, and we got killed by a worm. If anyone was going to make that, would you still love me if I was a worm? Oh, I could make that. That should be fun. It's gonna be fun. You write it down. I'm gonna forget about it, so I'm gonna write it down. Would you? Let me just write. Would you worm? I'll get it later. With my excellent penmanship, you can't see. I'm not joking either. People have told me that they like my penmanship. Very happy about that. Just getting... We can also make an advanced beef console. I kind of chuckle because I'm a little hesitant to say that because the word fief means something different in French. It means something very, very bad in French. So, yeah. I'm looking at the word, I'm about to say the word, and part of me just kind of hesitates for a moment, going, oh, do I really want to use that word? Yeah. No, it's fine, but I, you know, when you've used it for so long, you begin to wonder, you begin to like have built-in blocker, certain words. Okay, so we have the Power Pack 1. We have gun. We have gun. What makes you? Plant. What make you? Bet his feet are nice and toasty going out there in the sun. In the sand. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Have a gun in 4. I need you. Construction toolkit. 3, 4, 5. We'll go there. Okay, blood extractor. Okay, there we go. I'm not keen about this user interface. Puts the boots on for me. There we go. Yeah. I think I'm gonna call it now because I'm still a little tired from my day, and I want to have subjects to talk about, so I want to do some research on what we can talk about for tomorrow. Because I had fun going over the apology from a VTuber who shall not be named at the drum. So, anyone who's there, thank you for being here. We're going to do this again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Stacey. And then next week, I'm going to be at Sunday. I'm going to be talking to a VTuber. We're going to be talking behind the scenes about a collaboration for this week. So hopefully you'll be able to join me for the collaboration this week. We'll be playing Marvel Rivals again. Let me rephrase that. I say Marvel Rivals again, but it's not going to be the same person last time. I'm going to be playing Marvel Rivals with the new VTuber, hopefully. So, again, go watch my short. Remember to sub to YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and be sure to leave some comments, leave some likes. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. Have a nice day.